where to find the Commerce Control List? Do you know how to review the Commerce Control List to determine your product's Export Control Classification Number or ECCN? These are all questions you may have. Hello, I'm Clarabelle. In our first video, we learned that by law, as an exporter, you have certain responsibilities before your goods leave the U.S. A small percentage of all goods shipped need an export license. The first step for determining if your product needs a license is to find its Export Control Classification Number, or ECCN, on the Commerce Control List. Let's check in again with our exporter and my colleague.
Hi, we spoke earlier today about why it's important to know if my product has an Export Control Classification Number, the ECCN as you call it, or if it is EAR 99. Now I have my product information handy. Do you have time to explain to me how I go about reviewing the Commerce Control List to see if my product is on there?
Yes, I'm glad you called back. There are three possible options that we recommend for finding your ECCN. First, if you are not the manufacturer of the item, we recommend that you contact them or check their website. Many manufacturers that export their items have already determined the ECCNs.
Well, that's not an option. My company is the manufacturer. What are my other two options?
Well, the second option is to do a self-classification. If you are the manufacturer or know the technical characteristics of the item.
That sounds like a good possibility for us. How about the third option?
Well, the third option is to submit an online classification request to the Bureau of Industry and Security. This process will require a minimum of 14 days once the request is received by the Commerce Department.
Well, I really need to send this shipment soon. I want to try to self-classify my product.
Since you are the manufacturer and know the technical characteristics of your item, you should be able to do the self-classification relatively quickly. This process involves evaluating ECCN entries on the Commerce Control List and determining which one, if any, describes your item. Bear in mind that only items having specific performance characteristics that are controlled for a region are on the Commerce Control List and will have an ECCN.
Where do I find the Commerce Control List? We are shipping parts for an ordinary printing press.
Well, to get started, I am going to direct you to our website, www.bis.doc.gov. Once you are on that page, you will click on the Commerce Control link that is on the left side of the page.
Okay, I'm there and I see lots of files.
What you have on your screen is the complete database for the Export Administration Regulations. You may want to take a quick look at the beginning of Part 738, where you'll see a description of the Commerce Control List structure and format.
I'll definitely take a look at that.
Okay, back to the main page. Let's scroll down to Part 774, where the Commerce Control List is located. You'll notice that there's an alphabetical index to the Commerce Control List. This is a good place to determine if your item is listed with a corresponding ECCN.
Let's see, LMNOP. Hot presses, isostatic pressure vessels, primary cells, printed circuit boards, great. Printing presses are not on the list. That was quick. Well, thanks. It wasn't so bad after all.
Well, not so fast. You are correct that printing presses are not listed in the alphabetical index, which may lead us to conclude that your item is not on the Commerce Control List. But keep in mind that the alphabetical index is not a complete listing. It is a useful tool to narrow your search, but it does not take the place of actually looking within the Commerce Control List.
I knew it was too good to be true.
So let's take a closer look at the Commerce Control List. The list is divided into 10 categories, category 0 to category 9.
Okay, I see them. Now what?
Think about the general characteristics of your item. What is the item? What is it used for? Then review the 10 categories to determine which is most relevant to your item. Review the relevant category or categories to see if there's an ECCN that matches the specific characteristics and function of your item. Since your item is a part for a printing press, you will probably want to begin looking in category 0, which contains miscellaneous items.